Alright guys, welcome back to the pull-up progression. So today I decided to do sets of 6 reps. That wasn't the original plan. Coming into the gym I intended to do 20 sets of 5 reps like I did in the previous session, but honestly I was terrified. The thing is, I had this expectation that sets of 5 would feel as easy as they did about a week ago. But in my last training session, sets of 5 were actually pretty tough. Okay, not terrible, but definitely harder than the session before. 12 sets of 5 with 45 seconds of rest was basically my limit. And I've mentioned this before. When training sessions don't get easier or when they feel harder, it plants doubt in my mind and it makes me feel like I'm going to plateau at some point and that I've reached my limit. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I struggle with severe depression, and getting stronger generally helps me cope with that. So when I feel like I'm not progressing, even for one session, it hits me hard, really hard mentally. So today I decided to switch things up and do sets of 6 instead. And the nice thing about sets of 6 is that I had zero expectations. I didn't know how many sets I'd be able to do because I'd never really trained them before. So there I was doing sets of 6 with about 45 seconds of rest between sets. And honestly, I surprised myself. Coming into the session, I thought I'd maybe get 5 sets of 6 before completely burning out. But instead, I managed not 5, not 6, but 8 sets of 6 with only 45 seconds of rest. That is crazy to me. I'm thinking back to a couple sessions ago when I could barely even do 5 sets of 5 with 45 seconds of rest. And now I'm doing 8 sets of 6. I'm getting stronger, guys. Like, seriously, stronger. And because I was doing sets of 6 today, reaching 100 total pull ups was so easy. It was easy. Like, guys, I didn't think that doing sets of 6 reps would make my approach to 100 repetitions for pull-ups with this weight so easy. Like, so here's how the workout went, right? I started with 8 sets of 6 reps using 45 seconds of rest. Then I transitioned into sets of 4 up until around set 12. The reason why I transitioned to sets of 4 is because if you really do the math, 6 plus 4 equals 10, right? 5 plus 5 equals 10. The number is the same, the volume is the same. So if you do, like, for example, 5 sets of 6, right? And then 5 sets of 4, the number would equal 50. So yeah, that's the math. But anyway, after after I transitioned to sets of 4, I did about sets of 4 for 4 sets. So it was 8 sets of 6 plus 4 sets of 4, so that's 12 sets. And then after that, from 13 sets to 20 sets, I started taking 90 seconds of rest and went back to sets of 5. And honestly, I didn't even need the usual 3-minute rest periods for the final sets because I still felt fresh. What's crazy is that switching from sets of 6 to sets of 4 actually let me recover while still accumulating volume. So the sets of 4 were easy. Like, they weren't hard at all. So by the time I got back to sets of 5, everything felt easy. Like, genuinely easy. Full range of motion pull-ups, 90 seconds of rest after already doing around 50 pull-ups beforehand, and they still felt smooth. That really put into perspective how much progress I've made, because just a few sessions ago, sets of 5 with 90 seconds of rest was brutal. I couldn't do them with full range of motion consistently after having done like multiple sets of partial range of motion pull-ups earlier on. Now, it honestly feels like I could keep doing sets of 5 with 90 seconds of rest forever. It's wild. So now I'm kind of at a crossroads trying to decide what to do next. I'm debating whether I should stick with 20 sets of 5 until I fully master it and then increase the weight to 30 kilogram pull-ups, or whether I should continue progressing with sets of 6 and working towards something like 20 sets of 6 before increasing the weight. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, but overall, this was a really solid session. I needed this one. I left the gym feeling strong, powerful, and honestly excited again. I'm really curious to see how much stronger I get over the next few sessions. Maybe I'll even hit 10 sets of 6 with 45 seconds of rest. And I am planning on doing an AMRAP test real soon. So stay tuned to that. About 5 sessions from now, I'm going to do an AMRAP test. So after I've done 7 training sessions with 20 sets of 5, I'm gonna finally test and see how many pull-ups I can do with 20 kilograms, completely fresh. And yeah, I've got a number in my head that I want to reach. I'm not gonna tell you guys what the number is, not until I'll let you guys know if I actually reach that number. But anyway, really solid session, and that's all I've got for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.